Some curious fellows, while conducting mental experiments called the Upanishads, were struck by the unsatisfactory nature of calm. To find an answer to the riddle of calm was also central to Buddha's project. The ancient yogis sought ways to quiet this endless, futile striving. Hence, their goal was chitta vritti nirodha, to still the fluctuations in the mind, says Patanjali. The answer of the Bhagavad Gita, the greatest post Vedic text of Hinduism from the 2nd century BCE, to this riddle is to learn to act without desire. But how is this possible when man is desire, according to the earliest Upanishad? I quote, "You are what your deep diving desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. As your deed is, so is your destiny." Unquote. The Gita is aware that a person cannot stop desiring, nor does it want him to lose the will to act. What it means by desireless action is to renounce the personal rewards for our actions. Act so that you don't care who gets the credit. I have read this refrain dozens of times, but I remain skeptical that a person can give up his fundamental egoistic desire and still remain human. We tend to blame the Victorians for the prudishness of the Indian middle class, but lurking deep in the Indian psyche is deep pessimism about calm's prospects. It led the great ascetic god Shiva to burn the god of love and frustration when they later disturbed his 1,000-year meditation. Hence, desire exists anang, bodiless, in the human mind. In this surfeit of calm pessimism, I was drawn oddly enough by calm optimism. It may have been because of my incomplete paternal education, or perhaps the accident of encountering a happy ganja smoking pandit discovered by my grandmother to counteract my Christian missionary school education, where I was taught to equate desire with original sin. The Pandit told stories of playful, mischievous gods who created the world for the fun of it, and one of them, Krishna, danced the Ras Leela with 40,000 women for an entire Brahma night, Brahmaratri, that lasted 4.5 billion human years. From him, I learned that our civilization was the only one that elevated calm to an aim of life and left behind a legacy of erotic Sanskrit love poetry. Erotic Sanskrit love poetry, the Kama Sutra, and erotic sculptures at Khajuraho. Even the devotional love of God took a romantic turn in the Geet Govind, where Radha, a married woman, longs to unite with her divine, adulterous lover. I am at an age when I mostly relive memories, some intimate, others wistful, and still others so distressing that I am left sweating. I am not a grizzled roo. However, looking back on the adventures of my prime, nor a satiated libertine who regrets the dying of the old fire, much like the next person I desire to desire. During my memoir, I tend to stop my narrative, and while I wait to recover, I offer the reader observations on what I have learnt about calm from my life, my friends, and literature. Fiction is a better teacher than reality because we have never lived enough. Literature extends our horizon beyond our confined parochial experience and it is more objective. We do not envy a character as we do in real life.